Hello and welcome to our online English video lectures. आज हम जो पोएम कवर करने जा रहे हैं उसका नाम है My Mother at 66. This is the first poem of your book Flamingo and जैसा हमारे बाकी lectures में होता आ रहा है, we'll first discuss about the author, then we'll go to the theme and then we discuss the summary and the poetic devices followed by questions. Starting with the author. इस पोएम की ऑथर है कमला दास एंड कमला दास शी वाज बोर्न इन मालाबार इन केरला. इनका पेन नेम इज माधवी कुट्टी. पेन नेम के अंडर शी राइट्स हर पोएट्रीज और हर नॉवेल्स इन फैक्ट. एंड खास बात क्या है इनके काम के बारे में? खास बात ये है दैट शी टचेज अपॉन द ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप्स, हाउ सटल दे आर, हाउ इमोशनल दे आर एंड कैसे कनेक्ट होता है ह्यूमन बीइंग्स में आपस में और अमंग लव्ड वंस. Also, she was a columnist. She used to write about women's issues या child care के बारे में लिखती थी, politics के बारे में भी लिखती थी. She was among the first few foremost poets in India. ये तो थी ऑथर की कहानी. Now let's move on to the theme. अब हमारी थीम क्या है इस पोएम की? दिस इज अ वेरी शॉर्ट पोएम एंड 12th क्लास के हिसाब से कंपैरेटिवली इजी भी है, बट एटलीस्ट कुछ तो इजी भी होना चाहिए ना. तो थीम क्या कहती है? थीम हमारी है इट इज अबाउट द प्रोसेस ऑफ एजिंग. दिस प्रोसेस इज वेरी नेचुरल टू अस. सबको पता है एजिंग क्या होता है. एजिंग होता है बुढ़ापा या धीरे धीरे बड़े होना, बूढ़े होना. एंड दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ एजिंग दिस एनवेलप्स एवरीवन इवेंचुअली. एंड क्या होता है हमारे घर में, वी लिव विद आवर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, वी लिव विद आवर पेरेंट्स. अब तो न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज का कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया है, बट पहले क्या होता था, आप अपने दादा दादी नाना नानी के साथ रहते थे, उनके स्टोरीज सुनते थे एंड यू नो एवरीवन यूज्ड टू स्टे टुगेदर, स्टिक टुगेदर एज अ फैमिली. अब क्या होता है, एवरीवन हैज देयर ओन कमिटमेंट्स नाउ. No one wants to live in a joint family. मतलब people usually don't prefer because of maybe work commitment or maybe other commitments. तो क्या होता है कि ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स अलग घर में रहते हैं एट देयर ओल्ड एज, जब उन्हें सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होती है किसी हेल्प की, उस टाइम पे दे आर लेफ्ट अलोन. एंड सेकेंडली क्या होता है कि ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप्स दे गेट वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स. You know, that is being touched upon in this poem. Second theme that is the poem on which it is based is the fear of separation. So fear of separation से आपको क्या समझ में आता है? Fear of separation मतलब होता है किसी चीज को खोने का डर. अब नाउ इमेजिन यू आर एन इन्फेंट. इन्फेंट माने छोटा बच्चा. आप एक छोटे बच्चे हैं और यू नो आपके मन में आपकी मदर के लिए कितनी लविंग फीलिंग्स होती हैं. उस टाइम पे सब कुछ आपके लिए, योर मदर इज एवरीथिंग टू यू. शी इज द वन हु टीचेस यू, द वन हु फीड्स यू, द वन हु प्लेज विद यू, एवरीथिंग. शी मीन्स द वर्ल्ड टू यू. उस टाइम पे आप इमेजिन करो, यू आर अ स्मॉल किड and your mother and you are taken away from your mother. That feeling, that dreadful feeling or that haunting feeling जो आपके मन में होगी ना, that feeling is the fear of separation. कि उनसे दूर हो जाने का डर या उन्हें खो जाने का डर, वो जो डर होता है, that feeling is being talked about in this poem. It is a very beautiful poem. We'll read it slowly and I'll be explaining it to you one by one. One line by one line. Okay, let's start with the poem. Yeah. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doze, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Okay, let's stop here. So, poet क्या हमें बताना चाह रही है that the poet was driving from her mother's home to the to Cochin. Maybe she has her workplace in Cochin or her family in Cochin or whatever. So the poet tells us that they are driving from her mother's place to Cochin, and her mother was giving her company till the airport. अब क्या होता है वो कार में शी सिटिंग बिसाइड हर मदर एंड हर मदर इज डोज एंड ओपन माउथ. What does the word doze mean? Doze means to sleep lightly. So, जब आप कार में ट्रैवल करते हैं and you tend to lean by the side of the car door and sleep for some time, so that light sleep is known as doze. Like your eyes are shut, you are in a relaxing mode just for a short span of time till the vehicle is moving. That span of time, that short sleep, light sleep is called doze. Open mouthed, also this also you must have experienced कि आप सोते सोते you tend to open your mouth a bit, and you know people take pictures and you're made fun of and stuff like that. But इसमें वो scene picturize कराया जा रहा है कि you are that the poet is sitting beside her mother who is leaning by the window pane, and she's in her light sleep and with an open mouth she's sleeping. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Ashen का मतलब होता है very pale. पेल को हिंदी में अगर हम कहें तो होता है पीला पड़ जाना. बट यहाँ पर एक ओल्ड इंसान के नज़रिए से देखें तो when a person gets old, her face becomes colorless and colors बहुत बहुत slight skin हो जाती है and it becomes very pale and yellowish tone थोड़ा सा, कि थोड़ा ओल्ड एज में सबके साथ होता है, everyone experiences it. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Here, this line, like that of a corpse, is a simile. Simile is the poetic device that is used here. Okay. Ashen like that of a corpse. So, यहाँ पर poet is comparing the face of her mother with that of a corpse. What is a corpse? Corpse होता है dead body. Now, why is the poet comparing her mother's face with that of a dead body? Because she realizes her mother is getting older, that she is already aged. And जैसा कि एक dead body की appearance होती है, by the look of it, it is motionless and pale, बिल्कुल colors नहीं होते हैं. And वैसे ही she is comparing the face of her mother to that of a dead body. And realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. यहाँ पे poet क्या कहना चाह रही है कि that scene where she's looking at her mother sitting beside her, leaning and colorless, face ashen like that of a corpse, that point she feels that pain and a rush of thoughts. मतलब उनके दिमाग में इतने thoughts आते हैं उस time पे कि whether she should go or not. She feels guilty also कि I am leaving my mother like that in her old age. I cannot be there to help her. I think I should stay. ये सब thoughts उनके दिमाग में आते हैं with a lot of pain and sorrow and grief कि that her mother is getting old, that she's she needs someone. But soon put that thought away and looked out. But क्या होता है? In order to distract her, the poet wants to put all these thoughts aside. वो अपने आप को mind clear करना चाहती है. She wants to distract herself. वो क्या करती हैं? She starts looking out of the window. यही होता है ना, we are staring at something and just to distract ourselves or clear our mind, we just start looking outside while we are traveling. तो बाहर उन्होंने क्या देखा? Let's read ahead. क्या देखा? And looked out at the young trees sprinting and the merry children spilling out of their homes. So, what are the two things that the poet saw when she looked out of the window? That the poet saw. So, one was young trees sprinting Second was merry children spilling. Now these two things are signifying something. Can you figure out? Matlab, why has the poet mentioned about only these two things when she looked outside the window? So these two things are signifying youth. Yes, यहाँ पर एक कॉन्ट्रास्ट बनाने की कोशिश करी जा रही है. एक तरफ उनकी मदर हु इज़ वेरी ओल्ड, हु इज़ वेरी पेल, कलरलेस, एंड बाहर जैसी वो देखती हैं शी सीज यंग ट्रीज, फ्रेशनेस एंड एनर्जी. वाई आर द यंग ट्रीज स्प्रिंटिंग? इसका क्या मतलब है? सो व्हेन यू आर इन अ मूविंग व्हीकल, क्या होता है, आपने सबने एक्सपीरियंस करा होगा, सब कुछ लगता है ऐसे पीछे को जा रहा है. सिमिलर इज द केस हियर. यंग ट्रीज स्प्रिंटिंग मीन्स उन्हें लग रहा था सब कुछ पीछे को भाग रहा है. यंग ट्रीज आर रनिंग. स्प्रिंटिंग मीन्स रनिंग वेरी फास्ट. मैरी चिल्ड्रन स्पिलिंग. मैरी चिल्ड्रन स्पिलिंग का क्या मतलब होता है? जैसे आप एक बच्चे को खेलने के लिए परमिशन देते हैं, तो जिस तरह, जिस एनर्जी से और जिस एंथुजियाज्म से वो बच्चा बाहर जाता है ना, वो एनर्जी यहाँ पर सिग्निफाई करी जा रही है. मेरी चिल्ड्रन, मेरी मीन्स हैप्पी. हैप्पी चिल्ड्रन स्पिलिंग आउट ऑफ देयर होम्स, मतलब ऐसे बाहर को भाग रहे हैं वो गेट खोलते ही. ठीक है, ये टू थिंग्स द पोएट सॉ आउटसाइड and these two things signify youth. Okay, let's move ahead. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards, अब हमें poet कहती है कि that they have reached the airport and her mother who was accompanying her to drop her, she is obviously on the other side of the gate and she is on the other side. After the security check is done, वो थोड़ा दूर खड़ी होती हैं अपनी मदर से. I looked at her again. And poet क्या कह रहा है? Poet क्या कह रही है कि she again looked at her for one last time and what did she see? Again she notices that wan, pale. Wan means colorless again. यहाँ पर इस पोएम में बहुत सारे, ये सारे एडजेक्टिव्स जो यूज करे गए हैं सब एक ओल्ड एज को डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए करे गए हैं कि कैसे ओल्ड एज में आपके फेस एक्सप्रेशंस, आपके फीचर्स, एवरीथिंग चेंजेस. एंड ओल्ड एज इज समथिंग विच वी सी, लाइक even we are growing old gradually. Every day, every year we celebrate our birthdays, so we are growing old gradually. एक process है, everyone has to go through it, no one has any other option. So यहाँ पर ये जो सारे words हैं, wan, pale, ये सारे words or adjectives, these are used to describe that old age. Wan means colorless. Okay. And okay, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. So this is a very important line. Let's discuss this line. What does this line mean? Again, you see the use of this word as. Here simile has been used once again. तो यहाँ पर पोएट क्या कहना चाह रहा है कि पोएट इज कंपेयरिंग हर मदर्स wan and pale, who is very, her face expressions or her face colors are pale and wan, to that of a late winter's moon. Now late winter's moon से आपके दिमाग में क्या आता है? क्या होता है विंटर्स में? मून इज ऑल्सो, मून के कलर्स भी हम सबको पता है, इट्स वेरी कलरलेस एंड यू नो शाइन्स ब्राइट बट लिटिल डल साइड पे होता है. बट लेट विंटर्स मून से क्या मतलब है? दैट इट इज वेरी फॉगी. मिस्टी होता है, फॉगी होता है एंड इट इज वेरी अनक्लियर. यू नो क्या होता है, कभी भी फेड हो जाता है, क्लाउड्स कम अक्रॉस इट और दिखाई देना बंद हो जाता है. Very uncertain. It's not that it is always entirely visible clearly. Because of the fog, it is very misty. तो ये सारे features यहाँ पर are being compared to that of her mother's wan and pale condition. That is the relevance of this line, as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. So, as I discussed in the theme, the fear of separation, यहाँ पे उसकी बात करी जा रही है, the old familiar ache. वही सेम एग्जाम्पल आई वुड लाइक टू गिव, जैसा बचपन में द पोएट यूज टू फील whenever she used to whenever someone used to take away from her mother, or whenever her mother used to go to the market or to anywhere, she used to feel that fear, or that feeling of helplessness कि how do I get my mother back, और she was very unsure कि मेरे को अपनी मदर को दोबारा देखने को मिलेगा भी कि नहीं. She was feeling exactly the same standing there at the security check while she was going to Kochi. My childhood's fear, again you see childhood से बचपन में जैसे उन्हें डर लगता था, एकदम वैसे ही उन्हें अब डर लग रहा था, and she was feeling that ache. ache का मतलब होता है pain. So उन्हें सेम बचपन जैसे पेन फील हो रही थी जब कोई उनकी मदर को उनसे दूर कर देता था. Now that she was a grown up, still she was feeling that pain. You see how beautifully the poet has described that old familiar ache, a childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma," and all I did was smile and smile and smile. So these two lines, जिससे poet ने poem को end करा है, all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." See you soon, Amma क्या कह रही है? This is a signifying some hope that the poet did not bid her goodbye. She said her, "See you soon, Amma." Means she obviously wanted to see her again. She obviously wanted to meet her again. That is why she did not say her bye. She just said her, "See you soon, Amma." This is a pure feeling, or a pure, she wanted purity of hope, कि उन्हें hope, she wanted to stay hopeful that yes, I want to see her again. That is why she said, "See you soon, Amma." And all I did was smile and smile and smile. So smile and smile and smile, यहाँ पर एक poetic device का use हुआ है जिसे कहते हैं repetition. Repetition में क्या होता है? You use a word or a phrase again and again so that एक emphasis पड़े उस बात पर, कि बाकी सब में तो जैसे normal lines में क्या हो रहा है, one word is being used once. यहाँ पर the poet used the word smile thrice, and all I did was smile and smile and smile. You see how beautifully it has been ended. Now, what is it signifying? The poet has used this repetition here to signify that she hid her feelings, all those thoughts, all that pain, all that familiar ache or that fear of losing her mother. Behind that smile, she just put that smile on her face and just said, "See you soon, Amma." And this way, she just hid her all those feelings. वो कन्वे नहीं करना चाहती थी अपनी मदर को दैट कितना अनसर्टेन थी वो टू सी हर अगेन, बिकॉज येस हर मदर वॉज गेटिंग ओल्ड, येस हर मदर वॉज गेटिंग वीक, बट उस टाइम पे ना उनके दिमाग में इतना रश था, द पोएट्स माइंड, इट वॉज फुल ऑफ दोज थॉट्स दैट whether she should go or not go, or but because of her work commitments or maybe family commitments she had to go. And टू क्लियर हर माइंड जैसे उन्होंने बाहर देखना स्टार्ट कर दिया, शी सॉ द मेरी चिल्ड्रन स्पिलिंग एंड द ट्रीज प्रिंटिंग, ऐसे ही यहाँ पर शी जस्ट पुट अ स्माइल ऑन हर फेस एंड जस्ट सेड, "सी यू सून, अम्मा," एंड दिस वे शी डिपार्टेड. So she left a hope behind to see her mother again. That was all about the poem. I would like to highlight again the poetic devices that have been used here. Let's discuss the poetic devices, and make sure that you just get hold of them along with examples, because in this is a very short poem, तो आपको ना इसमें जो भी क्वेश्चन आएगा, one line or the other would be dependent either on the theme or on the poetic device. So you can, you should keep in mind the themes, yes. Second, the poetic devices along with the examples. Make sure that you remember the phrases from the poem, okay? Poetic devices used. Okay, first is the repetition. इसके अंदर हम लोग क्या एग्जाम्पल देंगे? Yes, I just discussed this. The last line of the sentence, smile and smile and smile, is a very easy example which you have to remember. Second poetic device that has been used is simile. Those of you who have forgotten simile क्या होती थी, so simile poetic device तब use होती है जब whenever a comparison is being done between things using the words as or like. So अगर आपके सेंटेंस में या तो as यूज हो रहा है या like यूज हो रहा है to compare two things, in that line this poetic device simile is used. So हमारी poem में हमने दो जगह पे ये देखा था. One was her face ashen like that of a corpse. ठीक है. सेकेंड पॉइंट इसी में हमने सिमिली में कहा देखा, यहाँ पे यू सी द यूज ऑफ वर्ड लाइक. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे सिमिली यूज हुई है. सेकेंड हमने देखा था एज अ लेट विंटर्स मून. So these are the two examples of simile poetic device. Third and the last one is contrast, which is also very important. So contrast के example आएंगे. Old mother has been contrasted with young trees sprinting and merry children spilling. जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था कि why did the poet look outside, and she looked outside to distract herself basically. and हमें सिर्फ वही दो चीजें क्यों बताई गई कि उसने बाहर दो चीजें देखी, which is merry children spilling and young trees sprinting. So इनकी significance थी कुछ. There was a contrast being made between the youth and the old age. ओल्ड एज कैसे? उनकी मदर जो उनके साथ में बैठी थी, who was very old and she was just looking at her worn pale face and sitting there motionless, to that of youth. youth कैसे? young trees were signifying youth, जैसे they are full of energy, enthusiasm, and even before we realize it, our youth is just gone. जब हमें पता चलेगा कि अरे अब तो हम बड़े, मतलब we won't even realize it when it is gone. It passes by that quickly. So these are the three poetic devices that are used, and you must memorize them with examples. Okay. So let's move on to the questions that are there. Think it out, May. First question says, what is the kind of pain and ache that the poet feels? So हमने already इस topic को cover कर लिया है. Pain and ache. You remember that line? It's here only. old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. The kind of pain that poet goes through is the is an old familiar ache, just like she used to feel that fear when she was a child, that fear of losing her mother. Similarly, she was feeling that pain now at standing there at the airport security check, because she was very unsure, or she was very uncertain whether she would be able to see her mother again or not, because her mother was getting old, and she was, getting very weak and aged day by day. So that fear, or that pain, is being talked about here. Second question, why are the young trees described as sprinting? Okay, I've explained this already. Young trees are being described as sprinting because, just like here, a comparison was made between youth and the young trees. Just like youth passes by, just like these young trees were passing by so quickly when the poet looked outside the window, similarly our youth also passes by very quickly, and before even we realize it, it's just gone, it's vanished. Moving on, why has the poet brought in the image of the merry children spilling out of their homes? Again, this image has been pointed out, merry children spilling. Same as we mentioned in the above answer, that just like merry children or happy children are full of energy when they just move out of when they are given the permission to go out and play. Similar energy or enthusiasm is seen in among youth, or among young people, young generation, who don't get tired easily, who are full of energy, who are full of excitement, and that josh is there. So all these things signify youth, एंड यहाँ पर उसी तरह एक इमेज बनाई गई मेरी चिल्ड्रन स्पेलिंग को दिखाने के लिए कि वो यूथ की तरह है बिल्कुल. Okay, why has the mother been compared to the late winter's moon? Mother has been compared to the late winter's moon because जैसे कि एक लेट विंटर्स मून में होता है, इट इज़ वेरी मिस्टी, इट इज़ वेरी अनक्लियर, एंड इट इज़ वेरी फेडेड, कभी भी दिखता है कभी भी छुप जाता है. जस्ट लाइक दैट द पोएट वॉज सीइंग हर मदर. उन्हें शी वॉजंट श्योर कितनी कब तक, till when will she be by her side, or whether she will be able to see her again or not. ये सारी थॉट्स उनके माइंड में थे, एंड ये सारी कंपैरिजंस हुए. ऐसे ही लेट विंटर्स मून के साथ होता है, इट्स वेरी फेडेड, मिस्टी, अनक्लियर. वैसे ही पोएट वॉज अबाउट हर मदर, शी वॉज वेरी अनसर्टेन, नॉट श्योर कि उन्हें वो दोबारा देख पाएंगी या नहीं. ठीक है, ये सारी चीजें यू विल मेंशन इन दिस आंसर. एंड द लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज, what do the parting words of the poet and her smile signify? So the parting words, you can mention about the poetic device repetition which has been used. हमने उसके बारे में बात भी करी थी. Smile and smile and smile, these were the parting words that were used. And what do they signify? So जैसा मैंने पहले भी बताया, these words signify hope. So the poet, she just put all her thoughts, all her grief or sorrow or uncertainty, ये सारे thoughts जो उनके mind में आते हैं उन्हें सबको side रख के she just put that smile on her face that yes, I will see you again. And that is why she did not bid her goodbye. She just said, see you soon, Amma. And these words simply signify hope, and that poet really truly wants to see her mother again. So the significance of the parting words was that the poet was hopeful to see her mother again. That's it about the chapter. And as I mentioned, just ensure that you are well acquainted with these poetic devices with the theme of the chapter, which is aging and the fear of separation. And we have already covered कि हमने ये points, ये theme कहाँ पर देखी poem के अंदर. What are the two things that the poet saw when she looked out of the window, and what do they signify? They signify youth and the contrast जो दिखाया गया है old age और youth में. So I think all in all these things sum up this very short and sweet poem. And stay tuned for our next chapters. Thank you. See you soon.